Hi, my name is Cari Mai and I am a Vancouver realtor.
Hi, this is Nick Xu. I'm a Toronto realtor.
And today I am graced by Nick's presence because him and his family are currently in Vancouver for vacation.
We are at Iona Beach. I'm going to first take you to look at the numbers for Toronto real estate. In the city of Toronto, the number of sales is still much lower than a year ago. A milestone that we have reached is the average price is now level with August last year. In between all home types, detached homes are being hit the most, with the average price dropping by 7.2%. The York region is telling a similar story, and the annual price gain is also at 0.2%, meaning the strong price growth we experienced at the beginning of this year has been corrected. Once again, detached homes are people's least favorite in July 2022. Hello, welcome to our house market. Speaking of Vancouver and Toronto, you remember at the beginning of the year there was an article, I think it was by Better Dwelling, that they were talking about how in Toronto we were finally the #1 city in terms of the house prices, and we surpassed Vancouver after a million years. I think at the peak, like our benchmark price was at 1.37.
And ours was around 1.36. Really, it was so close.
Yeah, it's so close, but we were a little bit on top. But we had a bigger growth at the time, and I think that's where the problem is, that when we have a growth in a very short period of time, I think it's not sustainable. And when the market finally corrects, the higher the growth you want, the bigger job you're gonna see.
Okay.
So we have given back.
Oh, taking back the throne.
So now we are kind of back to square one. I think the price is more reasonable in a sense.
Well, it's more comfortable. The market is definitely more comfortable for buyers. Sellers, just expect that your homes might take a little bit longer to sell. But since you had a chance to be here and take a look at some homes along the way, what are some of the key comparisons between homes in Vancouver versus in Toronto?
Oh yeah, I think even though we are all in Canada and we share a lot of building code in common, I do think that they're not really an apple-to-apple comparison. For example, in Toronto, we almost always have a basement for every home. But
Richmond, if you keep digging underground, you're going to get water.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to have water in my basement. My parents used to live in a condo building in Vancouver. And I remember when I walk into the building, there's no concierge, there's no gym. Like, is that typical?
You see a mixed bag. In denser areas where there's lots of units, downtown Vancouver, Falls Creek as an example, you'll see concierge, you'll see a pool, you'll see a gym, etc. But in low rises, in some other condos where there's not that many units, you may not see that at all.
Is there a big difference for maintenance fees?
First of all, if it's in a building that doesn't have a concierge, you don't have any amenities, you're going to see a lower strata fee on a monthly basis. So yes, there will be some kind of impact there. The main thing is you need to look at how many units are there to share in that cost, right? Definitely if there's concierge and pool, those are kind of your big costs there.
That explains why sometimes when we have clients coming from Vancouver, they're always shocked to see how high the maintenance fee is in Toronto. And usually that's because it is pretty standard. Every building has a concierge and all the amenities.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I feel like this whole week I'm here in Vancouver, it is so hot. I remember it's really cool summer. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, well, we didn't used to have hot summers like this. And it's funny because you talk about this, air conditioning, it's become more and more of a luxury, and actually homes in Vancouver, not necessarily a standard right now.
Oh, hold on. I didn't realize that, because in Toronto, like what are you talking about? We always have air conditioning.
Well, Toronto has always been hot, but in BC it's been different. Growing up here, it's mostly been rainy, kind of cool, very temperate weather. It's just been the last handful of years that we've seen heat waves. So actually for condo buildings in the future, past 2025, we'll see air conditioning.
Interesting. So you are actually going to write as a feature saying this place has air conditioning.
Yeah, it's a luxury item now.